Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who have recently been subscribing to my channel, thank you so much for all the love and support that you've given me. I have been getting a lot of requests on contouring and highlighting. I unfortunately am not really a baker, so I won't be showing that to you guys on this video, but I wanted to share with you guys just a few tips and tricks on how to highlight and contour. And I also did a eye demo for you. This is kind of like my everyday go-to eyeshadow tutorial, kind of, a little bit. It's not really something that I wear every day, but maybe it is. It was highly requested by you guys, so I wanted to share with you how I did it and give you a little tutorial. It is going to be a lengthy video because I am going step by step, and I really wanted to show you guys how to do this and try to execute this at home. So I apologize if it does get a little lengthy. If you are only interested on the eyes, go ahead and fast forward to the end. If you guys are interested in recreating this look at home and you want to use the same products, or if there are some products that you are interested in, do go down below where the description box is. There is a link there to my parcel, and that will also link you to all the products that I use, so it makes it easier for you guys to find. And I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you at the end. So I already have my skin prepped, and what I used was this Smashbox BB water in light to medium. I've already done my brows, I've already prepped my eyes, so let's get into it. First, I'm gonna go ahead and start off by using our Ultra HD foundation sticks. Typically, I like to use these products to contour if you are more on the drier side. Recently, I've been using this on myself just because I've been super dry along my cheek area. It's 123, 117, and then 178. So the 178 is actually a little bit darker, darker than my liking, but I still make it work. And then the 117 is the lightest one that I have that I use for highlight. And then 123 is almost like my skin tone, but maybe a couple shades lighter, but I do like that because I use bronzer anyways, and especially if you're using a darker contour color, it'll kind of balance it out a little bit. So first, what I like to do, again, I've already prepped my skin. I'm going to place down the colors. What I'll be using to place down the colors is my Luxie Precision Angled Contour Brush. Now this brush is very dense, so you're able to really place down a color and as well as blend it out with this brush. But I usually like to use this to place it down, and then I like to take my beauty blender. This one is from Amazon, pardon me, I just used it. But this one's from Amazon and I really like it. A lot of beauty blenders, I've been trying out cheaper beauty blenders and they're kind of too stiff, but this one's really soft, that I found in my little goodie bag when I went to the makeup show in LA. And this one's by SM, and it came in this little box right here. So it's SM, and it comes with 2 of the precision finishing sponges. This one's actually flatter than your typical beauty blender. So I like this a lot because you can really work with it and work into the nooks and crannies, but this is bomb. So let's go ahead and begin. First, I'm gonna go ahead and place the colors. You can use a brush, but since it's already a foundation stick, I'm gonna go ahead and just go onto my face. Typically when you're using your highlighters, you want to place them down along the areas where the light is naturally hitting on the face. So you want to focus it more on the center of the face, so basically right around this area. And what the highlight will do is pull the face forward, and your contours will pull your face backwards. So it'll really give you that dimension, and it'll give you like more of a contoured look. You're gonna look more chiseled, you're gonna look skinny, depending upon what you want to achieve. Highlight first, number 117. I'm going to place it along the center. So usually what I like to do is right on the forehead here. Now everybody's face shape is different, so you want to be very mindful of that. What I'm doing is typically not something that, you know, everyone else is going to be doing, but I'm going to go ahead. This is just your basic contour and highlight. Go down the bridge of the nose, a little bit on the cupid's bow here, and then just on the chin area. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take my 123, and I'm gonna do that right along this area since I don't typically want this to be too light. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take my 178 and then just use this along the hairline here first. I like to take it along this area as well, just so that it looks really even when you blend it out. And then I'm going to take it along the cheekbone area. Where you want to place your contour, an easy way to do it is you can either take your brush and then measure it from the front of the ear to this corner of the lip. And that's basically where you want to place your contour. Or another way to do it is do your kissy face. Where you feel that bone, you'd want to place that contour. So like right below that cheekbone area. Now, I don't like to go all the way down. I've seen a lot of tutorials or a lot of people who do that. It is a preference. I like it to be more natural, so I don't like to do that. Now, the jawline is also not necessarily for everybody. If you already have a nice jawline and it's very elongated, you don't really want to contour that going this way. So you'd want to kind of maybe do a little more contour on the chin area so that it makes it look oval. So it's all about the face shape and really assessing what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit on the nose because I do have that little Asian nose, and I'm gonna do the contour just around that bridge of the nose, so like not on the bridge, but on the sides of the bridge. And then to make it go forward, I like to contour right on the crevice of that tip of the nose. Now you want to go ahead and blend it. You can go ahead and use either your brush or a beauty blender. I'm going to go ahead and use my beauty blender because I actually like the finish of it when I'm done with that. So I'm going to use the tip of that. The other end of your beauty blender, the one that's a lot bigger, just take that and then blend this down on the jawline so that it looks more even. Just run away with my time. We'll get real lost. We'll get real lost again. Just run away with my time. Very precise and really work that beauty blender to go a little bit thinner in that area. Go back to this and then blend throughout the hairline. Under eye is very sensitive, so you want to be careful not to have so much pressure onto the face. You want to just lightly pounce it, stipple it onto the skin. Alright, so now that I've blended it out, I think I've blended it out as much as I can. So now that I blended out, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to contour with the powder. You can use this by itself, or you can use it to layer on, just so that you have the powder to set everything. But I usually like to just keep it with my cream and then just set it with a loose powder. But since we are doing the contour, I wanna show you another way to do it. If you are more on the oilier side, I typically like to use the powder formulation to contour. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in light to medium. So what I want to do, same concept when you're doing with your cream, you want to start off with your lighter products. So I'm going to take my Sephora number 73, and this is actually a blush brush, but I actually prefer this more to set under the eyes. So I'm going to use the banana one, just underneath the eye area. That way it looks more highlighted. So I like to use this one right here, just right under this cheekbone color. I kind of like to go back and forth with the two colors. The other one is really shimmery, so you can use that more on the highlights and the bridge of the nose, but I usually like to mix between the two colors, the peachy one and the banana one. Just same area, Cupid's bow, and then right along this area. So that's all set. Now you want to go ahead and contour, and with the contour, I'll be using my Luxie brush number 660, and this is a precision foundation brush. I like it for bronzer, so, or contour. Now when you're contouring, you want to use, I kind of go in between these two because I am a little bit more on the tanner side, but since I've already done this, I'm going to kind of go with the lighter shade. So I'm going to take this middle color, just lightly defining it. You want to use the tip of the brush when you're contouring too. So just use that tip to kind of create that definition first, and then just lightly blend up. You don't want to blend down when you're contouring because you're basically pulling the face up, so pull up your brush application. Just run away with me, darling. Then you're gonna go ahead and take some on your hairline, and along the jawline. So you basically want to apply the powder the same way I did as the cream. So just the placement is going to be the same, only you're playing with brushes because you're using more of a powder formulation. So you, again, want to lightly blend. You always want to use the tip of the brush when you're contouring. It's all in the application and it's all in the face shape. So you also want to be careful with like how much pressure you're doing. Some people like a really strong contour. I personally don't like that. You can even contour with a bronzer. So if you are more on the natural side, which I like that, sometimes I don't, when I do my cream formulations, I just lightly bronze on top and then set it with a powder and put on my blush, and I'm good to go. I'm gonna take my 116 brush from MAC, using the X-Rated Afterglow Urban Decay blush, and then just lightly patting the belly of the brush, and then using it on the apples of the cheeks. Come get lost with me. Come get lost with me. So now I'm going to go ahead and set everything. I'll be using my NARS Translucent Crystal Powder. Woo! Now I just dust it really lightly all over the face. You can even use this powder puff that I have from Makeup Forever. Or Laura Mercier has it too, but if you are using it, you want to grab some product onto that powder puff and then just working that powder into the powder puff. See how it's like already all over the place? Now you're gonna go ahead and do it this way and then lightly stipple it all over. I don't like too much powder because I still want that dewy, luminous finish. So I'm just lightly patting it all over. You can even stipple it if you want, but that's typically for somebody who is a little more on the oilier side. All right, so now that we've done the face, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the eyes. And this is a highly requested makeup look from a lot of my friends, so I'm gonna go ahead and share it with you guys. This is something that I love to do all the time. I use Soft Brown from MAC. Sometimes I use brown skirt from MAC, but recently I've been using Sienna from Anastasia and Deep Plum from Anastasia, which is also similar to Embark from MAC. I usually like to take my 224 brush. This is very fluffy. Swirl the tip of your brush onto the product. And then you want to start from the corner going inwards, windshield wipe motion. So what I like to do when I'm doing my eyeshadow is basically just using the tip of the brush, starting on the outer corners, going up to pull the eye up as well, and then going in. And this is your transition color. You want to use something that's more of your skin tone color. And I'm going to go ahead and take that same brush, number 224, using Sienna eyeshadow. Again, same idea. You want to swirl your brush, start on the corner, and blend inwards. And I like to keep this just along the socket of the eye and not necessarily like taking it all the way up, unless you want to. But I kind of keep it. You want to separate the colors. So you want to make sure you blend that eyeshadow until your eyes bleed. And as you can see, I like to keep my eyes open. And so you really know where to place that crease color, like right in that socket. To minimize your brush usage, I typically just use my number 217 brush. So you basically want to use the belly of the brush to pat down along the lid area, and using the tip of the brush going ahead and blending lightly. Another tip that I always say, I probably said this a million times in my videos, but hold your brushes further back so that you have control over your brush, not holding it close to the ferrule and choking it. Otherwise, if you hold it really close to the ferrule, what will happen is that you have so much control over your brush that you're not really blending it out. But basically, holding it further back will give you a lighter and blended application. Here you want to go ahead and pat the belly of the brush onto the eyeshadow and then pat it down onto the lid. The reason why I pat it on the lid is because you'll prevent fallouts. And if you do get fallouts, or if you're scared to get fallouts, use the translucent powder and just place it right underneath the eye area. If you're baking, so be it. But go ahead and just place it down there so that when you're done doing your eyes, you can just wipe it off. Real love, we'll get real lost again. Just run away with my darling. So I kind of like to throw that color just along where that crease socket area is, and then using the tip of the brush with some excess product, just lightly blending it in. Again, keep your eyes open so that you can see. We'll get real lost again. Just run away with me, darling. We'll get real lost. We'll get real lost. Usually what I like to do is I like to use Teddy from MAC on my waterline, and then I like to smudge it out with the same two colors that I use on the top lid. And sometimes I use the black eyeliner. I've been loving this one. It's from Essence, and it's a gel waterproof eyeliner that I've loved on my waterline. It doesn't smudge. It's my favorite right now. But today I'm gonna switch it up a little bit using the ColourPop Cream Gel Eyeliner in Get Paid. So with my number 219 brush from MAC, I'll go take my Deep Plum eyeshadow from Anastasia, same color on lid, deep tip of brush, and then blend that shit out. This is about the only time you'll see me kind of hold it close to the ferrule because it's so close to the eye, but I'm still doing it very lightly. Then I'm going to go back into my Sienna with my Luxie number 235 blending brush, just using the tip of the brush, and then smoking it out some more. Don't make fun of me, guys. I know I make like the most awkward faces. I'm gonna go ahead and take my eyelash curler from Laura Mercier. And I like this because it doesn't stop on each end. I have a problem with my lashes getting caught on the corners. Then of course I'll be taking my X-rated mascara from Smashbox. So I just did a light application on the mascara because I'm going to put some lashes on. Today I'll be using the Ardell lashes. So before we put on our lips, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of highlighting. And this is the Melanie Mills, and it's called Deep Gold. And I'll be using my Makeup Forever number 140 brush. Ooh, this brush is a little dense. You want to be careful not to do too much. And because I'm crazy, I like to use my beauty blender to pat it down and really work it into the skin. So to finish off this look, I'm going to go ahead and take my Jouer Lip Enhancer. I'll go ahead and take my Vino Lip Liner from MAC Cosmetics. Come get lost with me. Just go away with me, darling. We'll get real lost. We'll get real. Then I'm going to take NYX High Voltage Wine and Dine. We'll get real lost. We'll get real lost again. Just run away with me, darling. So this is your final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't done so yet, do subscribe at the bottom so you don't miss any of my videos. I really enjoy doing this look because it is my everyday go-to look, except minus this bold lip. I don't always wear a bold lip. I do like my peachy nudes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you love it, and also leave me some comments down below if there's any looks that you guys would like to see on the next video. Alright guys, love ya. Bye. Just one of them days. I gotta be all alone. Just one of them days. 'Cause I'm just on my period.